live. We back, man. Welcome back to the Golden Goose DFS show. I am your host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose. We are the leaders in single entry 3 max and 20 max content, but have no fear, does not matter your style of play, what type of contest you're in, man. If you're playing NBA DFS at all, just hit that subscribe button, man. You won't regret it. I can guarantee it. Also, turn the notification bell on so you can be here rocking with me each and every day when the contents drop. Also, since you're in the midst of clicking buttons, do me one small favor, man. Click that like button over there for your boy. Let's see if we can't get this video to 100 likes. It's a Sunday. There's no real other sports going on, man. You got to be watching over here. And if you got to be watching, man, you might as well be liking. All right? Just a small gesture of kindness that gets some good energy headed your direction. So go and do that for your boy. It's greatly appreciated. Thank y'all for tuning in on this Sunday, man. We got a nice 7-game slate. Y'all know me. I don't never like to hold you long. Pardon me. I don't never like to hold you long. So let's get into it, man. Nice 7-game slate on this Sunday. Big injury news we waiting on that's definitely can shake up the slate. And this NBA, so you always got to look out for unexpected news that you wasn't waiting on that could affect the slate greatly. And it's the weekend, Saturday, Sundays. You know, guys tend to rest a little more. You could get a little more scratches that you're not expecting. But we're going to be locked in, tuned to all that news, and make adjustments as it happens. You know I bring you this starting five as I see it right now. This is my starting five. If you don't know, why I bring you 5 plays on DraftKings and FanDuel that's more than likely going to be in my player pool. And I say more than likely just because of NBA, man. There's always the injury news, late scratches, post-scratch, post-lock scratches, pre-lock scratches, all of the above, man, that can affect your player pool. So we give you the best as we have the news right now. Let's get into it, man. At the top, point guard here. And we're going to go right to the New Orleans Pelicans. They already without C.J. McCollum. And we have Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson both questionable. I think Zion is just a formality. I'm pretty sure he plays. He's been questionable like the last 3 or 4 games and has played. Now, Ingram, on the other hand, we do not know. He's missed the last couple of games due to an illness. Hopefully he's feeling better. More than likely he's back, but we still have to wait and see. But with C.J. McCollum out, we're going to have a starting point guard that could be either Jordan Hawkins or Jose Alvarado. And I think the starter depends on what the Brandon Ingram news is, right? If Ingram is out, I think they need a little more offense as Zion to be really their only creator. So I think you could see Jordan Hawkins get the start here. He's my favorite of the two. I think he has a higher ceiling than Jose Alvarado. But now on the other hand, if Brandon Ingram starts, they could go the Alvarado route and get some more defense on the field, use him out there to check Kobe White. So definitely I think it boils down to Brandon Ingram playing or not to who this starter is going to be. I'm going to lock in Jordan Hawkins right now. He's my favorite of the two. Like I said, I think he has a higher ceiling than Alvarado. But we just have to see how it goes and play it by ear when we get the news. But Hawkins is my favorite if you're trying to decide between the two. Like I said, just I think he has a higher ceiling. He's going to offer more scoring than Alvarado. Alvarado give you a few more peripherals with the assist, and you know he has a high steal upside. So he offers that type of upside for you, but Hawkins can just flat out give you 30 real life points. We've seen him early in the year in these spots with guys out, and he can absolutely go out there and light it up. So locking in Jordan Hawkins right here, 4,200. But like I said, we're gonna need that starting lineup and need that Brandon Ingram news. Give me Jordan Hawkins or Jose Alvarado. Feel free to play the one of your choice based on the starter. All right. Coming in at shooting guard, I think it's going to be everybody's chalk, but give me DeJounte Murray, 7,800, man. Tough matchup here against the Orlando Magic. They have a very solid defense. They're very long, lengthy. They bothering shots in passing lane. So very tough matchup for him. But DeJounte Murray here with no Trae Young. That is the key caveat here. Trae Young is out in this spot. It is his show. DeJounte Murray is a guy we've seen in these type spots in the past have triple-double upside. When he's forced to be the man and has to do everything, he literally he has genuine triple-double upside. Now, I don't know how high I don't know how high the likelihood is of him hitting it in this spot against a tough defense against Orlando Magic, but definitely has that upside in the bag, and I definitely think he has a big game, solid game here at this $7,800 price tag. Sign me up for some DeJounte Murray. Definitely going to garner some ownership, but I think he's a solid play. Should be worth the ownership as long as it's not too crazy, all right? Give me some DeJounte Murray, 7,800. At the small forward, another value piece. We already have some solid value pieces on this slate, guys. And it could get better depending on how the injury news, like I said, with Brandon Ingram go. Because if Brandon Ingram is out, or if Brandon Ingram and Zion is out for whatever reason, that's just going to open up a whole nother can of worms in that spot. But value pieces right now, one of them, I think you can go right here to Chris Murray, 3,900. The Portland Trailblazers still without Brogdon and Scoot Henderson. We saw Murray get the start last time and play 35 minutes, man. I see no reason why they shouldn't go back to the same starting lineup here in this spot with those same type injuries. Unless something changes throughout the day, I expect him to be right back in the starting spot. And if he can see 35 minutes, it definitely bodes well. Gave us a solid outing last time out. He gets a great matchup here against a horrible Charlotte Hornets defense that should bode a little well for him. He rebounded the ball well last time, too. I don't know if that's in his game or was that just a fluke. We have to see. I haven't seen enough of him to know, but 8 boards from him. Gave you 9 points. He could shoot a little better here in this spot. I think he went 0 for 4 from behind the arc. Playing against a horrible defense should increase the likelihood that you see a few more shots fall in. I love going right back to Chris Murray at 3,900. Love the matchup here against this Charlotte Hornets horrible defense. Long as he's in that starting lineup, I'm going to get to some Chris Murray at 3,900. I think you can go right back to the well here. At the power forward spot, I'm going back to my boy Zion, 8,300. Like I said, I already told you I believe he plays in this spot. If he doesn't, we shall adjust. But he's been questionable the last 3 or 4 games, played in all of them. Definitely think he plays here in this spot, especially if Brandon Ingram misses. Well, if Brandon Ingram misses, they could just give him a rest, but they coming off of a rest day, so I think he's for sure playing in this spot. I told you last couple of videos, he's been picking up the ball handling. Assist rate is up. Now you get him in a spot without their starting point guard. It's even more ball handling opportunities for Zion Williamson going against the Bulls team, and I'm not concerned about that defense at all over there, man. Real life size matchup here. I don't know if the Bulls plan to adjust their starting lineup, but with somebody like DeRozan checking them, it's gonna be torture chamber for DeRozan. I don't know why they would play Drummond and Vooch beside each other in this spot, but it doesn't matter. Drummond, Vooch out there trying to check him is not going to go well. He's going to kill him off the ball. Love Zion Williamson once again here in this spot. I know you didn't see him on the last couple of videos, but he's been performing the last couple of times. Definitely thinks he performed in this spot. Give me some Zion Williamson. And at the center, man, your cover boy, the thumbnail, just sign me up for Victor Wembanyama, man. Listen, the game he plays like 36, 37 minutes, it is going to get ugly, man. You know how he affects the game. He is a problem. It's going to be a problem for a while in this league. He affects every stat category, man. You might see him get a quadruple-double sometimes in the next couple of seasons, if not this season. If Pop ever let him get to 36, 37, God forbid he play 40 minutes. Like, it is going to be unreal the type of scores he can put up here in this spot, man. I play Wemby every slate. The gang will tell you, every slate does not matter. I'm having some Wemby out there. It didn't help me and it didn't hurt me. We're going to do the same thing again. Sign me up for Victor Wembanyama, all right? There you have it, your starting 5 for DraftKings. Jordan Hawkins, DeJounte Murray, Chris Murray, Zion Williamson, and Victor Wembanyama. Get you some exposure to these players. Give me your player pools. You know they're going to be in mind. Let's go look at FanDuel and see what I'm feeling over there, man. Hit that like button if you haven't done it already, all right? Now, over here, same similar situation. We're going to have to wait on the news. Now, Alvarado, I might like a little better over here. $700, like $700-$800 price difference between him and Jordan Hawkins. But over here, those steals, that steal upside that I mentioned he had, there are 3 points over here on FanDuel. So, 3-4 steals can make a lot of difference over here on this FanDuel side. But we still just going to be waiting on the starter, man. If it's Jordan Hawkins, I have no problem swapping in Jordan Hawkins over Alvarado. Like I said, I'm just playing it based on however they do the starting lineup. So sign me up for either one of them. Got Alvarado highlighted over here on FanDuel just because of that steal upside. Raises his ceiling over here on FanDuel. At the shooting guard, it's still DeJounte Murray, 8,200. Just playing him. The total's not super high. Like I said, tough matchup, but he's going to have to do everything with no Trae Young. It is his show, and DeJounte Murray is a guy we've seen even going back to his time with the Spurs. He's a guy that can get it done no matter the matchup when it's his show. Sign me up for DeJounte Murray today. At the small forward, staying with Chris Murray, 4,800. A big price increase over here, almost $1,000 more expensive. But like I said, man, he played big minutes last time out. Struggled with the three ball a little bit. Still gave us like 25 fantasy points. Pardon me. I think he definitely has a 30-pointer in the bag. And at 4,800, 30 points is a real nice return at that price tag. I'm going right back to Chris Murray, expecting the minutes to be there in a better matchup than he had last time defensive-wise. All right? At the power forward spot, another guy we can look at, man, Taylor Hendricks. But be very, very weary of that starting lineup. He got to start out the blue last time, played like 25 minutes. Could start here again in this spot, could not. We definitely playing it by ear, but if he starts, I think he could be in line for those 25 minutes again. And a big man is always a solid value piece. Bigs are usually live for double-doubles, so we shall see. Like the price tag, but definitely a value piece I'm going to have my eye on here in this spot. But don't be confused now. If he getting a lot of ownership, that's on DraftKings as well. If he getting super duper ownership, 60%, 50%, starts to get super high like that, I think he's fadeable because this is the Utah Jazz. Like I tell you, the only person minutes over here I trust is Lauri Markkanen. I don't trust nobody else's minutes, man. Starting to trust Keontae George minutes a little more because they just letting them run, but Markkanen is the only guy's minutes I trust. You see how they play with the starting lineup? They can easily play with the minutes. Like, I think Hendricks is fadeable if he starts to garner a lot of ownership. But that being said, he's in play, especially if he starts again, like the price tag on him. At the center spot, you already know, man. Just give me Victor Wembanyama. Big price increase over here on FanDuel, but that's just because the guy can get you 5-6 blocks in a game, man, and there are 3 points over here on FanDuel. So he has a little bit of a higher ceiling over here, man. If he mess around and get double-digit blocks, man, that's 30 points just in blocks. He going to have a game where he approaches double-digit in block shots, I'm telling you. Sign me up for Victor Wembanyama. I don't got to break it down even more, no further than that, man. There you have it, your starting five for FanDuel. Victor Wembanyama, Taylor Hendricks, Chris Murray, DeJounte Murray, and Jose Alvarado. Get you some exposure to these guys. Get them in your player pools. You know they for sure going to be in mine. Y'all know any questions, comments, or concern, hit me down below in the comment section. Holler at me on Twitter. Whatever, does not matter, man. That's going to do it for us here today. Y'all know the motto. Chances make champions. Y'all green up. I'll catch y'all next time, all right? Let's get it.